Hi there, everyone. This is Denise from Essential Wellness, and I'm here for the Whole Food Plant-Based Immersion Program. So we're in session 8 at the moment, so that's day 8, and we're looking at what conditions can a whole food plant-based no oil diet heal, and which professionals specialize in these illnesses. We will also be having a quick look at some cooking shows that we can go to as well. Okay, so chronic illnesses, including cardiovascular disease, cancer, diabetes, and obesity, account for nearly 60% of all deaths annually. It's quite a lot. According to the World Health Organization, most of these are degenerative diseases and can be prevented. So over the course of modern human history, a lot of fairly forward-thinking scientists have known that a diet largely consisting of plants, fruits, nuts, and seeds is the one to promote optimal health. And when coupled with a healthy lifestyle, this diet can prevent and in many cases treat a wide variety of chronic diseases that kill millions every year, and also in developed countries. It's actually, in Chinese, it's known as 富有病, or wealthy person disease. So yeah, it's connected to the standard American diet, the standard Australian diet, the standard British diet. So these are not diets that are healthy, but they are the most common ways that people eat. So whilst a whole food plant-based no oil diet can be used to reverse a number of degenerative disorders, the evidence shows that the positive side effects of a plant-based diet is far broader than previously thought. So, for example, you will see a lot of information about using whole food plant-based to reverse heart disease, atherosclerosis, to help reduce weight, to reverse diabetes, and also to treat a number of autoimmune disorders, eczema, allergies, that sort of thing. Most people coming into or approaching a whole food plant-based diet do so for one or a couple of reasons. Usually there's something that is significant that is causing them some fairly major health problems. In some cases it could be lack of energy, it could be out of control diabetes, or it could just be general obesity. But what often happens is when people start adopting a whole food plant-based diet, they find that other conditions start to clear up. One of the things that I found cleared up for me was arthritis. Arthritis is something that's very common in women in my family, and I don't have it, which is really good. I did start to get it about 10, 15 years ago, and then I went back more onto my whole food plant-based diet, no oil, and it cleared up again. So that was something that was very evident to me, connected to the diet that I was on. Okay, so it's one of the things that we need to remember, though, is that it's still possible to experience health issues even whilst or following a whole food plant-based diet. Now, why would that be? Well, the reason is that most people coming into either a whole food plant-based diet or a vegan diet often have underlying health issues to start with. And these can create further problems when you're on this diet because your gut isn't ready. So, for example, if someone doesn't really have any major conditions and they come in and they say to me that they want to go plant-based or vegan, whatever, one of the things I first recommend them to do is start taking more probiotics in their diet. And that can help them to be able to digest a lot of the increased fiber that they're going to be getting. So saying that, some people have digestive issues prior to coming in, and at times these can actually get worse. There's a number of YouTubers, ex-vegans, who have complained that they didn't thrive on a vegan or a plant-based diet, when in actual fact, and some of them were very passionate about what they did, but they hadn't addressed an underlying digestive issue. If you go to Ask Goji Man, his channel, you will see he will answer a whole lot of questions on this, and he does a lot of different topics, and he goes through and he shows why people have struggled on diets like this. It's not everyone, it's just a few people, but they've tended to be very famous people, and they've caught the attention of media to bag plant-based diets, when in actual fact these people had serious gut issues. It's SIBO, small intestine bacterial overgrowth, and that is caused by a leaky gut. There's also Crohn's disease and irritable bowel disease, which is irritable bowel disease is often connected to a number of other gut issues. It's a general term used. So what do you do if you come down with something like that? Well, you do need to take very good care when you're making your menu. You may need to go on a low FODMAP diet, which is foods that cause gas. You may also need to look at getting professional help from a professional nutritionist or a dietitian that can help you to look at more closely the types of foods that you most likely temporarily cannot eat while you're healing your gut. Ask OG-Man has a number of recommendations for protocols, and he is a nutritionist now. He's just graduated as of a couple of weeks ago. So he is a nutritionist that you can go and follow and read to teach yourself about these underlying gut conditions. Okay, so moving on a little bit, we will come back to this, and we will also cover it in private consultations, in your private medical coaching and your private nutritional coaching. We'll go through these things with each one of you to see how you're going with that. Okay, so let's look at plant-based medical professions and the cooking shows that they support. So one of the ones that we're going to look at now is Anne and Jane Esselstyn, who are the wife and daughter of Dr. Esselstyn. And they are hysterical, absolutely hysterical. I highly recommend them. So I'm going to keep this video very short, and I highly encourage you to go across and have a look at their channel and watch a couple of their videos. Just pop in whatever your favorite recipe is and they'll pop up. Mother and daughter team, so funny. So anyway, that's enough from me. So peace out from Denise.